Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa Investigator. So, oh, hi guys. Wow. Let's see here, what is going on here. So, wow. So guys, it's such a crazy weekend, okay? I don't know if you feel this. And I think, I don't know if you, yeah, like I was saying, I don't know if you feel this. I think everybody feels it, right? The intensity of everything. And I was thinking, I took that day off, and I was thinking about how these visions have been so intense. And I'm glad, I hope nothing happens to Nastia, okay? And so, so anyway, so I feel like it's just this intensity, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, am I crazy? Did I see it? And I was like, I hope, it's just a warning. It's possible, okay? So I feel like I want to look into those things I mentioned, that's affecting all of us, obviously, right? The issue with Trump, the opening of the government and what Trump is doing, A. B, the issue of the kids, I think on a bigger scale, okay, like I was saying, how can we deal with this in a way? Not us dealing with it, but what is the best course forward? Because I felt, guys, when I saw it, I was furious. When I saw that image, I was furious. And my instinct was to say, it's not going to happen again. Because, and there's an interesting dichotomy here, because on the one hand, I feel like I have a sense that it's time to be aggressive and have a zero tolerance policy. Okay. Some people said, oh, they're cute. Like, that's bullshit, because that's what happened with Kavanaugh. There was a system that enabled that. Okay. So we have to attack it. This is like how Kavanaugh is made. Okay. There's a system clapping for this. We have to cut it down and show, because my sense, guys, is that those people, no, I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about the people behind the scenes who create this anger. You know what I mean? I think they are afraid, because I think I don't want to say for the first time, but right now, my sense is like, if I hear this, I'm going to go to the woman's company that hires the mother and all those things, all because I'm sorry. I don't know that I will, but I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? There has to be zero tolerance. Okay, zero tolerance. Because those people learn. They know, because the reality, guys, we are the majority, by far. And there's a business school professor named Scott Galloway. He said something really interesting, which is very true, okay? That the future of business is going to be woke as a business strategy. Why there's a lot of criticism about, but the reality is that Trump voters, okay, I mean, I'm talking about in general, not because obviously in terms of wealth, all the billionaires that support Trump make up for, if you find the medium numbers, not that. It's just in general, in terms of purchasing power, they account for 10% of the economy. That's nothing, okay? So if businesses want to remain relevant, they cannot accept those things, because they're going to lose. That's just, they are marketing to a tiny percentage. So Scott Galloway, I'm going to type here his name, okay? You can look it up. Actually, I did. Okay. I think that's it. So just look it up. It's just he gave some talks or something like that. It's kind of interesting. I mean, a lot of people criticize it and say, though, like Nike, for example, right, that they're preaching to the converted and so forth. But let's think about what's happening in terms of technology, okay? So I feel like I got off track a little bit, but it's just important that we talk about it just quickly. AI, what is AI? AI is the sort of automating something through programming. So a lot of people on Twitter are fake. All those people who kept saying, oh no, they're kids just playing. They're playing. Those are Russians, okay? Those are Russians. I'm sorry. So what happens? The conservative people, for the first time, they can create a false perception that they are the majority, or that their voices are huge. They're not. Their voices don't matter as much, okay? So they like to create this illusion that everybody is like, oh, everybody. No, are you going to cater to 10%? a tiny percentage, okay, no. So bye, go bye. So this is it, guys. Okay, so this isn't just as a reminder, but like I said, it's an interesting dichotomy of not accepting. I'm not going to accept it that they're going to do that, act like that towards the Native American elder, and it's not just because it's a Native American elder and a veteran. Okay, it's because it's not acceptable. Okay, it's not acceptable. All right, I'm sorry. That's it. And if you want to continue, you're going to go to the cave. Go live in a cave. Okay, go live in a cave. That's what, you know, everybody is like, you know, people kill each other. So what? So what? It's so ridiculous, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm sorry, you know, if they were true, Satoya Brown would not have gone to jail. It's like, oh, people make mistakes when they're little. Forgive them. You know, I'm sorry. It's a system that only works for people who look like them. Okay? Sorry. No, not acceptable. So this is it. Okay, so this is it. All right. So that's that. Now, so go. So guys, you know, considering that the things to look at here, it's interesting. I was saying this, and what would the thing that came up? Oh, as I was cooking. Okay. That's right, exactly like those images of the civil rights era. Okay. And I was looking. That's right. I was cooking, and I was like, it would be interesting to know. And it was funny. Lisa showed up here. She's in the comments, and because Lisa, I don't know if you guys know it, but sometimes she mailed about Mr. Rogers because she's from the neighborhood of Mr. Rogers. Okay, and is it okay if I say it, Lisa? Yeah, hiding from our phones. So she from. Okay, she's the neighborhood of Mr. Rogers, and I feel like Mr. Rogers is an very interesting historical figure to look in. It's like, how do we, you know, what is the best way to go forward? And also Dr. King, I feel like I want to talk to him, quote unquote, okay, and see the strategies going forward. Because my sense, guys, is on the one hand, is to have this sense of I think we're at a point where we are taking up power, taking up room, speaking up. You know, we have to do that because this is what the lesson is. If we let it go, it's like a disease. If we let it go, it grows, it kills us. You know what I mean? So if we don't do anything about it, we have to attack it. That's our role, to speak up and to say it's not acceptable. I don't care. You know, this bullshit is over. It's not 2016 anymore. We figure out your game. So this is it. Okay. So the questions here, just going to go over them, you know, how it's going on with these. And I feel like they're afraid, guys. They are afraid. They know that we woke up. And, bitch, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. So anyway, so this is it. Okay. Now, okay. Okay. So now, guys, okay. So now, now let's go to the issue with the government shutdown. The image, I was like, yes, the last reading I did, okay, on that, it showed the gates opening. This is the thing. I think timing, if this is the thing, guys, I have to do another, it's very difficult. My sense from the visions I have had consistently is that Trump is not going to give, he's not going to give in anything, and the Democrats are not going to give in anything. So it's going to end when he leaves. Unfortunately, that's my sense. Okay. Because not just because of the way things are going, I think it's obvious that you know, it's the cynicism, it's the bullshit. Okay. It's the cynicism, and you know, he does not want to create good. You know, he really does not. He wants to punish the DACA kids. It's like he wants to make it even worse. So he's, you know, he is acting like a criminal, which he is. So I feel like it's gonna get to a point where, and this is why, guys, this is important. Okay, people say, oh, the government is you know, all these things. They started saying, okay, this is, guys, it started saying, okay, the far right is pushing out, which is exactly their goal, I think, is say, oh, you know, if you don't like to work for the government, get another job. Okay, now this is their goal. They want, I'm not kidding, guys. You know, those people, if you read those libertarians, like, oh, destroy the government. I hate government. What for? People do nothing. They want to make the government powerless. And they're doing this to the FBI even, guys. Think about it. The Coast Guard and the FBI, right? So this is it. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I don't think that the Democrats are going to give in. and it's gonna be there. It's a government of harm, destruction. That's what they want to do, is destroy things. So you know what I'm saying? So that's that. Now, okay. So, okay. So, okay, here. There's anything else? So that's it, guys. Okay. Do you, and I'm trying to think here. Do I start with our strategies or them? I'm just thinking here. Okay. So I was going to ask quick question here. Close my eyes to figure out what them. Okay. Okay. So then, okay. So let's see, figure out what's going on. Okay. And then I think we can diffuse whatever is going on by, but I do want to make a big part of this tonight, not about questions, but about, like I said, the strategies of dealing with what's going on. Okay. So let's start with the Trump situation. Okay. The airports have already well, they're not shutting down, but they're very seriously like, right? So, all right. Okay, so thank you, thank you guys. We're all in it together. You know what I mean? It's intense. It's crazy. And thank you guys for also supporting me and everything. And also sometimes guys think I'm crazy. I'm like, I'm crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It's so intense. But guys, this is the thing. I feel like there's something here about strike. This is the other thing. I think there's some sort of legal issue. They're hoping people will strike so they can try and fire them. There's something there. I don't know exactly what it is. But let's see. Okay, so what? Okay, guys. So here, let's see protection, and I'm gonna do a little protection now, and then when we go into what to do next, I think I'm gonna do a bigger protection. But I think we need a lot of protection. Okay. So I like to ask the universe to send me protection through a beautiful ray of light coming from the top of the sky to the top of my head. And as I inhale, I breathe in and I feel this protective light deep inside my lungs. And as I exhale, I project it outward from my third eye forward so that it creates a beautiful bubble of light. And as this bubble of light is created, I'm ready to step on it. I step into it and I feel completely protected. Now that I'm protected, I invite everyone in the group to join me one by one so that we are all in it together in a big circle. And in the center of the circle, we have this earth and everybody in it, and we're protecting everyone. But for today, I would like to ask you, universe, for the most beautiful images, for the most clear images, and only for images that are balancing and protective, so that we can understand the events of today from a loving perspective, and we can understand the story in a manner that will help us find strategies to cope with this narrative and to change the outcomes towards loving change. Okay. All right. So now, okay, so let's start now. So Trump made that joke of an announcement with that plan to get his money for his wall and also get rid of the dreamers. The Democrats said no. What is going on here? And how is this going to be resolved? And how should we deal with what's going on? Because obviously it looks like Trump is not going, his strategy is destruction, and he's trying to strong arm his way in. How is this going to end? And how is this going to move forward? Okay, guys, so this is interesting. So it showed, and it's weird to see this image. So the first image, and it was repeating many times, okay? So oh, this is okay. So so the first image I saw was Trump making the Hitler gesture. I'm not gonna repeat, it's like the whole thing with the hand. Okay, so he's like that. He's like with the hand, right? So what it showed is that he's stiff, like he wants to be Hitler, and it's an authoritarian tactic, okay? And that but in reality, there's strings coming from behind. So it's like he's a puppet, right? So he's being guided to act like an authoritarian person. So it shows that he almost like he's plaster, he's so stiff in that position, and nothing is going to change. He's not going to move. He's like this. He's like, and yet he's a toy. He's being remote controlled almost, right? He acts like he's an authoritarian person, but he's just being, what is it called, right? Treated like, acting like a puppet. So that's part one. Part two, it showed guys, it's a very interesting image that it's like he's on a podium or some sort, okay, like that, like, and he's sticking to that position. He's not going to change. Okay, because the whole point, like I said, is to push authoritarianism. There's he doesn't want anything really. Like in the reality, he wants to be authoritarian. He wants to show, and this is what Putin is also encouraging. Oh no, you have to assert yourself so that it can be, people are afraid and on and on. So it's like blackmailing. Now, okay, part one. Part two is that the image I saw, he was on a stage, but it's almost, and it's hard to describe it. Okay, let me just see if I can draw it somehow. It's that there he has a, okay, so he's on this podium, okay? And then there are these wooden beams here, okay? Okay, and then here, okay. So I don't know if you can see. This will be Trump, okay? All like the devil horns here. So this is the podium, right, where he is. And then there are these wooden beams, okay, that would support this structure. And you see these little figures here? They are the people that are like, almost, they're acting like woodpeckers. They're chipping off the base. It's like, oh my God, the base, that's right. I hadn't thought about it even, but it's like they're chipping off the wood. So they start to chip off. The base starts to complain because they're losing money. Okay, because you know how those people are. They're the victims. But if something happens to them, they go crazy. Okay, right? So it's like you're not supposed to be hurting me. You're supposed to be hurting everybody else. Don't hurt me. You know what I mean? So they could watch people die. They could see children go to concentration camps. But if you take something from them, they go after you. Now that's interesting, right? So it's so interesting because it's like, you see the size, he's much bigger, they're little. He sees them as very little, which is kind of interesting. And I didn't show this drawing that I did, it doesn't, because the vision I saw was something like there's a lot of them, okay? So they're all eating like this, like woodpeckers, okay? Eating like so that eventually it falls, okay? So it falls. So the podium's gonna fall because he's never going to move from the the other thing I saw was that they're eating this, and here we have probably this size would be the Republicans. So they go to their own Republicans. They're complaining to their own Republicans, and they're like, because they don't do anything, right? But then they're gonna go take him down. Guys, this is crazy. That it looks as though Trump's base will take him down. Kind of interesting here. Something I would never, honestly, I would have never thought. You know what I mean? Literally, that's really what this image indicates, right? That the base here is going to take him out. They're going to go to the Republicans. They're going to see the Republicans don't do anything. They're going to go start taking him down. Or it's also that the Republicans on the ground are starting to see that they're losing it. Okay, and that they can't control Okay, so this is it. They're gonna go complain. They're gonna complain. And in a way, guys, it's very interesting because those people that whine so much, they have in them, if there is anything good about them, they complain, they go. They're very aggressive. So they're not afraid to speak up, because the reason why they identify with Trump, like, hey, he speaks up, I can speak up too. So now they're gonna go. They're gonna be, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because really they're like, go get some black people, not me. Like, you know what I mean? That's really like what it's not. This is not what you know what I mean? That's literally what they are. They're like, whatever. They don't understand why he's not hurting the Hispanic kids. Like, you're hurting me. That's wrong. You made a mistake. You're hurting me. You're supposed to go get the kids. You know what I mean? So this is it. And I think this is it, guys. He falls. But like I said, when he falls, I saw that he had the arm up like Hitler. Okay, in the sense that he's not going to change his position. And I did not see the Democrats doing anything at all. So what it suggested is that the Democrats they're not going to negotiate these terms because he's like a terrorist, basically. Okay. And so and then so the Democrats are not going to do anything. And we shouldn't do, so this is it. He carved his own demise. Okay, literally, right? So the base cuts him off. Okay. And so this is it. There's nothing to do, because if he doesn't change his position, we're not going to negotiate. Okay. And he doesn't, honestly, guys, unfortunately, I don't want to say I feel bad for them, but I kind of do, because they actually believed that they cared about him, that he cared about them. Okay, but this is, and I've been saying this, guys, before. Remember how I said that, like, once the Trump base flips, it's gonna be ugly. Okay, because they feel just the way that the Madoff victims feel. Okay, and I said before, I watched this documentary recently about Madoff, and what I was always amazed by is that those victims of Madoff, they believed that they were going to get 20% returns. They didn't think that it was impossible, that there was something wrong with them getting so much more money than other people. Okay. So no, exactly. Yeah. They are more than conned. They are hungry. It's bigger than conned. Okay. Because, if you're a rich person, you lost your savings, it's one thing. But if you're not a rich person and you live paycheck by paycheck, it's like exactly. Sheila's saying here, the Republicans have mastered the art of getting people to vote against their own interests. And I think they're waking up. It's beyond, like I said, guys, it's beyond being conned. It's not having food on the table. Okay. I'm sorry. That's what it is. What it is losing their houses. This is like, because if you have nothing, if you miss one paycheck, it's very tough. I'm serious. Like, you know what I mean? And they're like, wait, but he was going to hurt everybody else so we could get more. Because their logic is like, oh, he's going to hurt somebody else so I could get more. No, it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Wake up. The same thing. I'm not saying that the victims of Madoff, that they didn't think that it was about hurting somebody else, but it's also that there's something like impossible. It's this extreme belief in magical thinking, as if one person's going to, oh yeah. It's going to hurt everybody. And I'm going to look good. Yeah. So, okay. So this is it. Now, how long? Because, okay, the other question is how can we manage this? Because obviously there's going to be more chaos and it's going to be more intense. Okay. So what's going to happen? How do we manage this? Understanding it's going to get more. He's pushing the country towards, that's what they want, right? So what's going to happen here? How can we handle this? Oh, guys, and I wanted to say too, it's telling me this, and before I forgot to say the other thing. I'm getting this message, okay, that we should all, every day in the morning, when you wake up, spend some time meditating, visualizing, whatever you call it, peace in the US and in the world, truth coming out, all those things, because we need to be concentrated on these things being created right now, okay? I think they are going to be created regardless, but we need to focus our attention not on our reaction to all these negative things, but in our construction of something better. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't, you don't have to see something exact. It doesn't have to be, you're just projecting, like I said before, there's this positive light. I actually should write something like this. A long story, but uh, projecting it, okay? Because I think it's a moment of, you know, it's a lot of negativity. It's a lot of, it's extreme, okay? They want the world to be volatile. They want to put the world on fire. They want chaos. They want this outrage. They want to own all of it. But what we do is like we create, see, almost like imagine, for example, I know if you've seen this footage of people who work in steel mills or anything related to metal, you know, they have the light, the light laser, whatever you call it, something like, imagine if you had a laser and your laser melts lies and melts negative barriers to peace. So this is kind of like you watch this coming, you know, from your mind here. It's like whatever, you don't even have to focus on something negative. Like I said, you know, focusing on all the barriers to peace, all this laser destroying the light, destroying anything that is not made out of love. Okay. Because it's important. Now, I think we do have this job, quote unquote, to do this in some way, if we can. You know what I mean? I know people are like, oh, we have to be, yes, we have to be active, but we have to act from a place of construction first, you know, so that we're centered, and then we can act knowing that we're going to create something better. Okay, but I think sometimes, I know for me, I was a little bit scared yesterday. I was like how angry I was. I think it's the right, you know, righteous anger, as you call it, you know. But I was like, this is not acceptable. No. So stop this bullshit. Stop this bullshit. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good way to center. Okay, like I said, you don't have to think of a specific outcome, but just sending light and love towards any negative. I think, like I said, you know, imagine if you had a love is like a laser that destroys darkness. So darkness, imagine it's like could be a film of, it's like a dark night or something. It could be destroyed if you use this projecting light. Okay, and that's it. And I think those people cannot create more darkness because light is bigger. Okay, because that's what I think, guys. You know, unfortunately, I don't think that, you know, think about it, guys. It's almost irrational to think that Trump's going to be like, oh, Nancy, let's have a negotiation. Yeah, I think it's time. I'm very reasonable. I've always been reasonable. Yeah. No, he's crazy. That's why he's a person who's capable of, you know, hanging with Putin, okay? Right? Doing whatever he wants. It's not good. Okay? So this is it, all right? So just, this is for now, this the question. Now, okay, now let me go back, because I felt like I had to tell you this that I had seen. I'll go back to here. So how do we deal with this, you know, because guys, I see this enormous tension growing as far as it can. So how is this going to dissipate, and how can we deal with this? Okay, so. Oh my God, guys. So this is moving emotion. So, okay. So, okay. All right. So it's interesting. It's a little bit abstract, but I'll start asking more specific questions. So the first image I saw, guys, was very simple. It was like a cloud. You know, right before the storm, if you look at the clouds, they get heavy, very heavy. In Brazil, because of the, it's tropical during the summer, especially, it gets like very, very heavy clouds, very, very gray. And then it shows there's the thunder. Okay, so what it's showing is that we're right now in the process of the cloud getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, until there's a storm. But the storm, guys, that I saw is biblical. Okay, it's like this insane thunderstorm. Like it's dark and it's not all of that, and it's gonna be the biggest rain of all time. It's like it lasts for a long time, and then as soon as the thunderstorm hits, the image here came back. The image of Trump being the Trump, speech I forgot what I even said. I forgot the name, guys. You know, where he's standing there, the thing, almost like a statue, is moved away. Okay, so it's going to build and build and build until the whole thing comes crashing down. Not in the way they wanted. No, it's like, it's a little bit like, it's washing away all the dark stuff. Okay, so it's like once the thunderstorm hits, everything goes. Okay, everything just falls apart, and it shows. And it showed me a stage, you know, like a theater stage cleansing. Exactly, a theater stage when you change from one scene to another. You know, there was the person, Trump was a scene, like it was theater, right? Oh no, let's change the stage, the background of the stage, as if this either it's a theater, they have a different play, or that it's a new act. And we're building a new act, and spring comes. Oh, you know, actually, guys, spring comes. That's exactly true. Spring. When is spring, guys? Is it March 22nd, right? Is it true? Spring. March, is that right? 22nd? March, the spring comes. I think it's literal. Spring comes. Okay, so around, okay, March 21st. So yeah, right, that's March. And I remember we had said that something around that time. When it falls, it hits. Okay, now. So that's part one. And then it showed, guys, this was the very moving part, okay? It showed Dr. King and also Mr. Rogers, okay? So two things. So Dr. King said that this is the moment where you realize, humanity realizes, and people like you realize you have power. Like you, not like me, like I have, you know, whatever gift, but everybody here, right, in this group who's looking into this, we have power, and we haven't been using it, and we haven't been aware of it, because there's way too much effort. There's way too much effort in making you silent, in making you feel like you're not worth anything, making you feel that your needs and your struggles are worthless. So he said, you know, guys, and I remember, I want to apologize here that there is that it's telling me I went to, and I'm getting goosebumps. I went to the mountaintop. You know, there was a very famous speech, and I've only, unfortunately, I don't know it. I remember reading about it. And let me see here. Okay, I'm just gonna see here. I'm just gonna read here, guys, the last paragraph, okay? Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead, Haman. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop, and I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I am not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as people will get to the promised land. And I'm so happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. Okay. So, okay. So guys, I'm not crying. Every day I no longer joke, I cry. But you know, so guys, you know, that he died soon after this speech. But what I understand here, okay, is that this is still the truth, that we have to own it and speak it, okay? That our voices matter, okay? And that we have to speak, even if we don't necessarily see the good, or, you know, it's not necessarily happening like right now. Our role is to speak it, okay? For example, you know, it's making more sense even dealing with those kids. Like, oh no, we have to speak the good. And the good is the law of the land. Okay, that's just it. It's like we speak it because we're too quiet. You know, we've been kind of taught to be, oh, it's okay, there's injustice. Oh, whatever, you know, it's life. What, you know what I mean? And I think it's suggesting that we have a bigger role to play in that we have to speak the good, okay, right? And not just speak it, but be much more proactive in creating the good in that way through that, okay? And the thing about going back to even the vision is to go back to Mr. Rogers. So after I saw Dr. King, and he kept saying the mountaintop, it said Mr. Rogers said, and it's like Mr. Rogers is like talking to a little child, and he's saying, this is, and it's so sweet. I'm remembering the documentary, and as you guys know, I never used to watch it, because I didn't grow up here. So he's saying to the kid, what I'm really meant to say is that all these great things that you see, you have to say that they're real. Even though it seems like fantasy, it's real. We have to speak up for all these great things happening. Just as they are saying that all these negative things, that doesn't have to be true. What is true comes from the heart, and we have to speak it. Okay, so in a way, it's the voice becoming of both of these examples, the voice becoming higher. And like I said, instead of like, so what I'm understanding here, for example, we're seeing the thing with those kids, right? It's like, oh my God, can you believe it? Or you're looking at it, oh my God, look at this. But no, there is no room for darkness. This does not belong in the light, So we push it. We push it because we cannot. And as Dr. King said, it's about, reaching the mountaintop in that context, right? Is to see the highest and to affirm the highest, right? So this is that we have to do. It's not acceptable. This is not the we will the good, and this is the only way. And it's like, okay, so how do we deal with the darkness of these kids? We hold them accountable. And this is the thing, guys, and it's showing, going back to the image of the light, okay? It's like, imagine if we had this laser thing, we're going to project that, we have to expose it. And I think this is the darkest and the most difficult, is to expose it. No, not exposing like, oh, look, how secrets, but saying, look at this video. Look at this. Is that uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable being exposed? Because that's what this is the thing they fear the most, is to be exposed. Because like rats, right? It's like rats, if you show them, so, you know what I mean? So this is what it shows, okay, that we bring the light. So this is explain everything, okay? So for example, I was thinking about this, sometimes I think about this interaction with these people, okay? Some people that are prominent, like I said, even a lot of powerful men in several industries are like, oh, but people make mistakes. No, why are you gonna say that to them? So what's the answer to that? Saying, well, so in other words, you think lynching is acceptable, right? You're saying that you wouldn't mind being lynched. Is that right? That's what you're saying. Great. Would you like to be lynched? What would it feel like? Are you afraid or something? Is that you're saying that this is not a bad thing? Or would you be afraid of that or something? So strange. It's sort of like bring the worst example, because that, if those people are allowed to do whatever they want, seems very obvious. Like that seems pretty clear. That's what, right? That's that sort of energy. That's where they would go. So it's not to say to them that it's like the stupid argument, oh, is that a bad thing? Is it a good thing? No. So would you like to be, so in other words, you're saying you're definitely okay with lynching, right? Yeah, you're okay with lynching. So would you like to be lynched? Is that something you find that interesting? Would you like to, yeah, is that what it is? Wow, how interesting. So you want to live in a world where you can be lynched just for being the vulnerable person. That's great. So that's not the world we live in right now. Okay, so you can always go to jail. You can always build your own country, but that's not the world we live in. Though, go back to the past, you know what I mean? Those kinds of things. It's like, it's basically you have to learn how to shame these people and compare them to the very worst and stand by it and put them in the place, because they always see themselves in the place that they acted like the oppressor, but flip it. So we are now not that we're the quote unquote oppressor, but we're the majority. Why are we like sitting her down? No, we're the majority. So this is it. We're the majority, and this is our country, and this is the law. If you don't want to live there, you can go to jail. You can go to Russia. Why not? Why didn't you go to Russia? Guys, and I said, oh, this was very deep of me. I had a hashtag Russian bootlicker. So you like licking Russian boots? Is that what you're saying? Good for you. Go find some Russian boots to lick. Maybe it's a good use of your time. so, so anyway. So wow. Yeah. Okay, guys. So would you like to order some Russian? Yeah, make sure you know what I mean. So because it's a very dramatic image, but that's what it is. These people are licking Russian boots every opportunity they have, and they're acting like they're aggressive. They're not, right? It's like they're just like, oh, let me see. I have the phone. They said I should say this. Let me say it. Let me say it. So so it's in other words, these people are manipulated by the Russians. They don't even know. Like, what do they do all day? So, oh my God, did you say Cardi B, guys? She was the best. She replied to that woman, Tommy Lauren, I don't know how to say her name. She said, leave me alone. I'm going to dog walk you. That was so good. Oh my God. I'm going to dog walk you. Are is Putin dog walking you today? Are you going to go to Moscow to have your dog training? Are you going to go over there, hang out with Jill Stein at the American Dog Training Center? So, you know what I mean? That was so fun. It's like, oh, so smart. Look at that. The dog thinks he could talk, huh? Because, we have to be harsh, guys. Seriously, these people are like ridiculous with the majority. Come on. Jesus Christ. Are you drinking your beet soup today, huh? The food is great over there, huh? Very varied diet. so oh my God. But anyway, guys, so this is okay now. Okay, now, like, guys, let's go here. I almost feel like we answered these questions. Okay, so guys, I have one more question about this whole thing with the Trump, because I saw it's still very, very almost like poetic, but I like more details. Can we have more specific details of what's going to happen next? Okay, so details of what's going to happen next. Trump's going to be there, and this is like, guys, it's so weird. The same image. It's so funny. He's still in the podium talking like this, and then people, I don't know. I remember I worked with event planning a little bit, and then everything is very timed. So there's a time where you have to finish talking. There's a time when people start moving the stuff away. So they're already packing stuff. They're moving the podium. There he is, and then it's like, bitch, get the hell out of there. We're moving. So he's still stuck in that thing. They're going to start moving. Things are going to start moving. And he's going to be there. So it's like, oh, sorry, the party's over. What are you doing here? We're closing the venue. Come on. Let's get moving. So okay. That's what it feels like. Okay, so, all right. So interesting. Yeah, but he's not. He's gonna fall because, like I said, the support. The event planning people are moving the base. Moving the base. The base for that they're moving. Look, bitch, you're gonna fall. We're gonna have to take the stage. Get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there. And that's that. Oh, the other thing that it showed in the first vision related to that was that once the thing falls, it shows that the image is like he's a little guy like this, Trump, but he was using a shadow to project him to look bigger than he is. So when the whole thing falls apart, you're like, he's just a puppet. That's it. He's a puppet, and he has no function whatsoever. So you know what I mean? He's not only he's not powerful, but he's not in charge. Okay. Now, okay, so next is, so how is this, what's going to happen with the government? Yeah. Oh, guys, it shows that also the people are going to protest more. They're going to go in, and the Republicans are just like, they're so useless. They're like, oh, is it true? Oh, and they just kind of, so, God. Okay. So just again, you got, okay, Turtle. Where's Turtle? turtle is interesting. He's also a puppet, okay? Interesting. Maybe this is it's like that's it. He's still a puppet. He's a smaller, there's different puppet. He's a puppet. Oh my god. There's different strings. It shows the Kochs and the Russians, and it's almost like there's a bit of a conflict here between he's like there's many puppet. He has many puppet masters, many, and he's being controlled by different sides. He's not moving because he's waiting for orders, okay? But even him, he's gonna. Oh my god, guys, so interesting. Oh my god, it's kind of. Oh my god, these images, guys. I don't know where it comes from. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so it shows that the base again. The base, imagine a turtle, the regular size that he is, okay? But the base is like these little people, this size, okay? Start biting his ankles. Like hundreds of people start biting biting his ankles. You know, imagine if rats, like the same, I don't know, it's a little person, but people with teeth, you know, it hurts, right? Little, even if the mouth is going to be this big, is going to be eating the, you know, at the foot. It's kind of painful. So all these people, so they're, ow, he's like, ouch, ouch. And he's like, get out, you know, the foot like kicking them, like, get out of here. Stop. Because here, you know, on top of him was the Russians. Behind him was the Kochs. And he never thought about the base. He's like, they don't even exist to him. But now they're biting his feet. So it's almost like a torture, okay, that he finally, oh, he's hurting. Why is it hurting? Okay, so what is it hurting? Because the base is like, bitch, we're not on your fucking bullshit. And it's showing, guys, oh, it's so interesting, you know, the relationship to food, right? They could be, guys, I'm not kidding. They could be hungry. And maybe this is the, you know, the mouth. They are hungry and they are angry, okay? So it's like they're biting him and they're just like, ow, 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 ow. And this is it. He's in a position, and I see Mueller is looking at him, and that's when he's at the very weakest position. That's when Mueller goes and like, bitch, get the hell out of there. Get the hell out. Okay? Get the hell out. Okay. So this is it. Okay. Now, this reminds me, guys. This reminds me of that weird thing of the BuzzFeed article. Okay. It's still, and I think, you know, sometimes, not yesterday, the day when I did the last reading, it was so intense, right? But today I'm a calmer, so I'd like to understand what the hell happened there. It's kind of strange, you know what I mean? Because I remember the image of that lawyer so well. What happened? What really happened here? I don't know. But it's I like to understand what the hell just happened. Maybe I'll use cards because I don't have total clarity on this, so I'd like to have clarity on that. So, okay. So, okay. Now, let me leave the BuzzFeed thing for last, but let me just go back here, guys, to okay, so to see here, okay, about the kids, okay, so what is going on, or these people who are creating those talking points, okay, and how, let's say more direct advice about this, okay. All right, so, okay, so what's going on with the far-right groups pushing the normalizing of the Nazi behavior? Wow, guys, it's true. It's showing me here that they're kind of like in this almost like control rooms, okay? It's like, yeah, let's rile them up. They want to turn them into soldiers, okay? They're like, yeah, let's create like the Nazi era. They were very aggressive, okay? So they would go in the front lines to kind of fight, to really create this like army or whatever, okay? So but because they're very desperate, guys. You know, people like the Koch or whatever, whoever it is, okay? They're scared because they don't want the population to turn against them. So the more, oh my God, this is why, because the more they rile people up on the right, the little, quote unquote, the little people, the less they have to be held accountable. And that's what they want. They want to put these people on the front line so they can, quote unquote, die. Not really, you know, but kind of like pay the price, go to jail, whatever. And so that they could be behind the scenes always doing whatever they want. So as long as they get these aggressive people creating distraction, they could be, you know, they could just be doing whatever they want all the time. So they're saying we need to foam it. You know, I see the foamy mouths. Okay, angry people, we need angry people so that we can keep doing what we're doing. So they never get to us. They keep distracted by the hoi polloi. Okay, hoi polloi, you know, right, the little people who are angry. Oh, let them be angry, make them angry. Great. Okay, so how now? This is what's going on. They're very afraid, and I'll explain. So how will the world eradicate these groups, both Both the hidden rich guys paying for troll farms, pushing these talking points with trolls and bots, as well as the youth blindly fully. So there's this two-side thing, guys. Is the people behind the scenes like Bannon, right? Manipulating, creating the messaging, manipulating, pushing the buttons, creating the bots, and the people on the front lines. Okay, so how do we deal with both constituents, right? Both groups. How will the world deal with that? How can we end this? Okay. It showed a pretty clear image, okay, which was in the background, the rich, the super rich people paying for this, that there always like a river coming downwards from them. It's the money trail, and it's freezing the money trail. So it's like it's taking a magnifying glass, finding the money trail and freezing it. That's part one. Okay. Part two is they're holding a mirror to the kids, because then those people put money so that those kids could continue to be doing the hate speech. So part one of what to do with them is to show that they're going to be way worse off. And it's funny, the second image is the pocket. You know, when you like cleaning jeans before you put in the laundry thing, you pull out the pocket, you have no money, right? The image of the no money. When you pull out the pocket, there's nothing there. So it shows penniless. You're penniless. So they're going to pay financial, not just necessarily fines, but they're going to be worse off economically. And it's showing this is why they should go to their jobs. They should lose their jobs, because once they start feeling this is like that's what it said, guys. Those people have to feel in their pockets, because since they have no empathy, it doesn't matter. They're not normal, and like we are, okay. It's like if you say to them, "Oh, look at the other person. Oh, think about all these things." No, they don't care. But as soon as they start suffering their pockets, they're gonna be hurt. Okay, so it's two-faced. It's showing that there are extremely negative consequences. Okay, so it's saying here, one of the things they did really well is to create the fantasy that if they did what the far right wanted, they could be promoted, they could have good jobs, they could do all these things. But the reality is that it's not true. In fact, they are worse off. So once the mirror here shows this is what you chose, this is what you chose. Sheila was saying that the Republicans perfected the art of having people vote for people who have who work against their own interests. So that's what it's showing. Okay, so does it make sense? So this was like really interesting, because it shows that they're working against you. They work against you. So because guys, it's showing how pointless it is for us to be like, oh, but don't you think of the Native American veteran? Don't you think of the African American slave? No, they don't. They don't really care. They don't see others. They really don't care. So it's pointless to have that discussion. All you have to do is to say, so you want to be poor, like you want to be living in the shelter, if there's a shelter, because the Republicans, there's no social programs whatsoever, right? So you're going to be begging for food. Is that what you're going to do? That's the strategy, right? So you know what I mean? So this is interesting here. So they have to be told how they were working against them. Okay, and so this is it, okay? But it shows that it's the minority. And once, guys, here, the thing is truth. Once it's exposed, it actually falls very quickly. Because what emboldens them, and this is why they're like, this is why the Kochs were so genius. The whole thing with Citizens United was genius, because what constitutes guilt is the money trail. So if you can obscure the money trail, oh, great, you could do whatever you want, right? But if you expose the money trail, it stops. Because like I said, they're night creatures. They create the dark and they live in darkness. So, you know what I mean? So this is it, guys. Interesting. Very interesting. So, wow. So this is it, but guys, they're afraid. They confront them. Like I said, confront them. So you want to be poor, right? This is my, and I feel like I've learned a lot of interesting techniques just in this vision. That oh, by the way, guys, I have an announcement to make. I think I'm gonna create a newsletter, okay? Because I feel like a long story, but I'm gonna sign you up that are already here on this group, because I feel like I learned so many things in these visions, and I don't have time to. It's not that I want to necessarily write the summary of everything that of the event, but I think there's so many interesting lessons on those things. So this is one of them. All these interesting strategies, how to deal with, I don't know, just really fascinating. I would not have come to these conclusions without these visions, because that's not how I think. You know what I mean? That's like, so how do you even think of those things though? So this is I'm going to read. There's not writing anything long, just kind of like learning, once a week or something like that. So just even summarizing the readings of the week and stuff like that quickly. So, all right. So wow, this is really interesting, guys, huh? Okay. Wow. Okay. Do you mind if I do cards? I still want to know what's going on. Okay. I still want to know what's going on with this whole. Thank you, guys. So I still want to know what's going on behind the scenes in the Trump world and Mueller. Okay. Oh, this is the other question now. Let's do the BuzzFeed, right? Oh, guys, by the way, I splurged. I got new cards. So it's like the usual, a little bit more, not that expensive, a little bit more expensive than the usual, but more Sibylla cards. Can I show you? So beautiful. Look. Isn't that nice? Look at this. Isn't it nice? Beautiful. Isn't it pretty? It's straight from Italy. Yeah. Very nice. Look, isn't that beautiful? I think I love images, right? It's so nice. It's very nice. It's called the Sibylla 800, because I think it's probably about, and the card is so thick. No, they're not paying me or anything. I just saw it and I was like, oh my God, this is what I love Sibylla, Yeah, like, oh, look at this. Oh, look, they keep this. Look. This is it. This is what it looks like. Isn't that cool? Oh. So, okay. Okay. All right. So, okay, guys. So now let's see what's going on. Okay. What's going on with Mueller and that BuzzFeed article? Okay. I was, guys, sometimes I feel like I am too involved. And I was remembering, the thing with I was remembering, what's the thing with Kavanaugh? I was so furious. It could not be. So I have to kind of put myself, in the background a little bit. Why, what's going on here? Why did Mueller issue that denial? Okay. Why? I don't know. You know what I mean? What is going on here? Was this a man? What the hell? Why did he do that? I'm like, Mueller, did you have to do that? Did you have to do that? Mueller? Why? Okay. And the other thing, guys, seriously, is that I still, sometimes I know that Cynthia sometimes is like, Mueller needs to hurry up. Mueller needs to hurry up. Mueller, come on, Mueller. But now it's the time. I'm sorry. That's what I feel too. It's like, I'm sorry. You need to get out of the bubble, man. Get out of the bubble. Okay? Get out of the bubble. You need to move your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Mueller, please. So, you know what I mean? So what is going on here with the BuzzFeed situation? Why Mueller decided to issue? Because he didn't have to do that, right? Who knows? And I don't know why. Why? Maybe he is right. Maybe, who knows, right? Yeah, control the leaks. That's right. So what's going on here, huh? What's going on? Okay, so here, okay. Okay, so all right. Okay, so what's going on here, Mueller? Why did you do that? Oh, look, it's a little bigger. Usually these cards that I have, guys, are relatively small. They're very thick. They're nice and thick. Okay, so Mueller, what's going on here, huh? Why did you do that? Why did you issue the denial? at all. Why? Just tell me. No, the same. Okay. Uh-oh, prigione. Oh, look, guys. Prigione. Oh, look. They have little tests, kind of funny. Gravidanza senza amore o perdita di amici è una grigia prigione dove si sta infelice. So it rhymes, okay? So gravity without love or loss of friends in a gray prison where you are unhappy. Oh, look, somebody is prison. Look. Really? Why? Oh. Oh my God, look, Mola is very happy. Disgrazia, look, then you have another one, terrible. What does it say? Disgrazia si tema pel mal volere d'astro, fuoco accidente oppure auto disastro. Disgrace is the theme for the negative events connected to, there are destined negative events, fire, accident, or another disaster. So, dona de servizio, okay. Interesting. So, dona de servizio, right? This is the maid, okay? So, dona de servizio que te porta, it brings you roses. So, like me, here I am. Gives gifts, gives nice gifts like precious stones. Okay, so, oh, I get it, guys. I think, okay, he is putting people in, there's like really serious stuff going on here, and he doesn't want anything to come out. He feels that if this stuff comes out too much, then they lose control. Okay, that's what I feel like. Okay, so they could be still negotiating issues. So if it comes out, okay, it's also that once the prison comes out, there's like mayhem. Okay. And it may affect, what is the maid? The person who could be working for them, or an informant or something like that. Okay, so everything is gonna be like that. So one more information. So here. Oh, interesting. The past or the children. That could be Trump's children. Say prison for children. Clouds hidden, right? So the disgrace is hidden. Oh my God! See, I do this a lot. I pick up the wrong. Okay, so hidden. Yeah, that's right. That's right. One more here. Oh, look, expecting us. So they know expecting means it's coming. So they want to hide the prison because prison is coming. Prison is coming. What do you think? Oh, that's right. This is victory. Okay, so upside down, it shows that it could dull the blade. If you think about it, right? It could dull the blade. The lady could be off. Okay. Oh, look, yeah, another card here, guilt. Okay, so then what else? Oh, no. Don't. Why they're gonna stop the administration? Why? No. I love this. Okay, so guys, okay, look, expect an ending. Yeah, we'll expect an ending. Yeah. So what else? Oh, this is interesting. Now, guys, I was looking at this card the other day. I was like, this is the young woman. It's also lifestyle. Sometimes I'm like, is this Ivanka? You know how I don't like anything that is like to use people cards too much, because I feel like, oh, this is a woman upside down here, huh? I wonder if this is Ivanka, guys, because you see, this is the maid. Okay, the maid. Somebody working for right? This is guilt, and this is like expecting an ending because or through the female here. Let's see one more. Yeah, oh, falsa pessoa. So this is the fake person. I feel like there could be a very high level person there within Trump's circle. Okay. And she may be working with Mueller here. I feel like it's possible. Expecting an ending through, okay, because you have this again, madness here. Children, right? This is the idea of the children, his children, Trump's children, right? So interesting, right? You know what I mean? It feels like if it exposed too much, then it could really hamper that. You know what I mean? It could really hamper the investigation. I think it's very truthful, whatever he said. But he feels like if they see the depth of what they know, then they could do something. Okay, I feel like it could be. Let me just see here. Is this a funk? What is he going on here? Yeah. Wow, Mueller. It's so funny, guys. For the first time, he's saying like a normal voice. It's like, you will be surprised at how many people are working with us. Yeah, we don't want to brag, but it is what it is. So they don't want to expose the informants, basically. Okay. Can you imagine? Oh my God, can you imagine? So this is it. Okay, guys, if this is true, and I remember seeing this on and off, at least for part of it, for example, how Cohen's going to jail. I think who knows what's going to happen to her, but I feel like it's possible that this would explain why, if she does, like, imagine how much she has to give up in order for her to at least not go to jail, or not for her to be jail for very long. But she deserves to go in jail for the rest of her life. But if she can give something that's going to give, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, okay. So now I have a question. What is the question? So okay. Let me just ask the question directly, guys. Is Ivanka collaborating with Mueller against Trump okay? Guys, this is a kind of weird, funny image. Ivanka is in charge of the handcuffs. In other words, she's like, "Oh, this is the Jared's handcuff. This is Eric. This is Nan Jr. This is Dad. Okay, is it gonna fit? I don't know. I think I need a little smaller. Can you make it a little smaller for Dad? Right? I feel like she's so cold that because I think she still has some connection to the kids or something like that. I think she's capable. Okay." So it shows, okay? So she's giving up stuff, or I don't know why. And I almost feel like I don't know why they would even need her, but I think, it would make sense because, this is also, guys, Mueller says he knows, FBI profile here say that he knows that how connected Trump is to Ivanka. So if he knows that she is ratting him out, it's going to destabilize the whole thing. So they want to keep it to, that is the top. Okay. So, okay. So it's true. Okay. Now let's see who is Ivanka ratting out. Is Ivanka, let's ask separate. Do you guys mind if I ask, separate, right? Like, who is she giving up on? Basically, we're going to go through everybody. Is she giving up on Daddy? Is she giving up on Don Jr., her husband, Jared? Who? Right? So, okay, so let's do it. Oh my God. Okay, Ivanka. Oh, interesting. Oh wow, very interesting. Yeah. Oh my God, guys, look how nice. So it's a Superbia, right? So this is, let's see what it says here. Oh my God, stop. See, they're so new, they fly. Okay. Come pavone Superbia canterà, mostrando al mondo orgoglio e vanità. Oh my God, it's so perfect. In Italian it says, like the turkey. What is this in English? It's not a turkey. It's because pavon. What is it? I'm sorry, guys. Please help me with this word for this animal. I don't remember. Okay. Anyway, so it's the peacock. That's right. So the okay, like the peacock, pride. Superbia will sing, showing the world pride and vanity. So can you imagine that it's saying that she's going to sing? Literally says that she's going to sing. Okay. So in other words, she's going to talk. And it's also beauty, right? And facade. So in other words, she's going to sing. This is pretty. She's going to sing. And what is it? What is that, guys? Look at this, denaro. I've said before, denaro is bank account. And it's also a safe, right? If you look at it, it's cash, okay? Essentially like, not cash alone, okay? Cash like that, okay? And here it says, arriverà denaro assai copioso o matrimonio importante e vantaggioso. So it's also actually perfect too. It says the money will arrive in such quantities, it's an important and advantageous marriage, right? So it's literally what's happening, right? Because the piles of money that were given from the foreign power, because next to this we have viaggio, and what does it say here? Ora è d'auspicio il viaggio così l'azione, un cambiamento comunque di posizione. So a lot of the Sibylla cards, a lot of cards that talk about travel, it's usually not even necessarily something foreign. It's something to do with movement in terms of status, right? So here it's a positive card when travel arrives, because it means an action that changes your role in life, you know, your status. So, you know what I mean? So this is super interesting because she talks, right? What does she talk about? She talks about this money that was gained by, a lot of money that was gained by some sort of marriage. And what does that entail? That entails massive change in status. Okay. So this is it. The money, right? What does it say? She talks about the money. She doesn't just talk. She shows or explain, where's the money, bitch? You know what I mean? She's gonna talk about the money. Talk about the money, bitch. You know what I mean? So she's gonna say it. She's gonna say it. Right? So yeah. Guys, okay, so now, oh my God, isn't that interesting? I was like, oh my God. Wow, yeah, so everything goes, oh my God, guys, look. The moon, what is the moon? Oh my God, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So this is something becoming known, okay, in public eye, fame. This is society. It's also public, okay? This is also social networks, but I think this is division or something, you know, it's very interesting card, but I also, this is recognition, professional recognition. In other words, it's going to be recognition in the public eye. What about this? The tower, guys, think about it. Is this in this? Usually, tower is a corporation in Lenormand, but what does this mean here? Trump Tower, Trump Tower. There is money. Trump Tower. You pay for it. Yeah, you pay for it. And what is here? Look at this viaggio, right? So, the tower. I think it could be both. I believe it could be Moscow, guys. The tower here related to the foreign power. So the tower would give status, right? Huh. Damn. Oh my God. On fire today, huh? Oh, living. Oh, daddy, time to go. Daddy, go. Go, daddy. Go, daddy, go. And I'm getting a sense, guys, that she's kind of like, Dad, would you like to see my boobs? Oh, by the way, would you like to see my boobs? Because if you do, maybe you should leave the government so you can see my boobs again. Sorry, like, you know, I think she's trying, in other words, she's trying to tell him to leave. Now, this is plans upside down. So Shady plans to take over the world, okay, upside down. So it's the beginning of, it's just plans, but the plans didn't quite work out. So, Daddy, I think you should leave, Dad. I think it's time to go. Things didn't work out quite the way you wanted, huh? Oh, look, King of Cups upside down. Dad, I know you're kind of crazy. I know you take a lot of drugs. I know you have issues. So the best thing to do would be to leave, okay? I'm just saying, okay? You could do whatever you want. But it's just something that came to my mind. Oh, look, baby. Baby. Shut up, baby. Shut up, baby. So what is living? The Shady baby's leaving. Look at him living. See, leaving. Shady baby. The baby's leaving. Oh, no. No. Money. That's right. A lot of money. Guys, and it's exact. Look at these cards. How connected they are, right? Look, verticals. So it's all this money in the bank, right? Literally the bank. So I think she shows Muller. Here's the money, Muller. Here's the money. Give me the children. I'll give you the money. Okay, so it's the money that was exchanged at Raf. Oh, that's right, the White House. So, oh my God, look, guys, so perfect. So the money that baby took to get to the White House, and then we have here again the change here from foreign power influence connected to the tower. I think here could also be the government itself, but I think here is very much the tower is in probably Russia, and the madman with the tower, right? And the madman goes to the White House. So it's as if the foreign power agrees to the tower, meaning Moscow, I think, and the crazy man gets to the White House. So to him, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, sure. As long as you give me the tower, I'll get to the White House. I'll do whatever. It's a deal for him. He thinks he made the greatest deal of all time. So that's what she says. Okay, that's what she gives to Mahler. Okay. Wow, isn't that crazy? Wow. So okay, now just quick question. So is Ivanka going to convince Trump to leave? Is she going to convince Trump to leave? Guys, you know, it's so interesting. I see this image of the White House on fire. It's not literally literal. Okay, it's like he's going to be like, no, things are going to turn around. Things are going to turn around. And he's like, Dad, the building is burning. Dad, I don't mind leaving you here to burn, but I'm going to leave, okay? I think you should go. You can see my boobs if you follow me. Just follow me. I'll show you my boobs. So, you know what I mean? Wow. This is like very interesting. So I'm just thinking of like what. Okay, now let's ask about her brothers. Is she gonna give information about her brothers? Okay, let's just see. Is she gonna give the information to Mueller about, let's say, Don Jr.? She's gonna write out her brothers. Let's first talk with the brothers. Is she gonna write out the brothers? Oh look! Oh my God, guys, look at this image. It's the blonde woman. Look, there she is. Oh no, it's a man. I'm sorry, but it looks like it's Eric, right? The blonde guy. There he is, Eric. Oh no. Conversazione. So this is interesting, guys. Look, it's her friends and family. Oh, let's see here. Viene l'amante devota affettuosa, giovane bionda possibile amoroso. So there he comes, the devoted and affectionate blonde man. He's also loving. Oh, is he? Conversazione, what does it say? Good conversations, laughter, amenities, we were just having conversations that are so pleasant. Right? So I almost wonder if she records conversation. Conversation. Oh, Delirante, that's right. Oh my God, look, her brothers. She records the conversations of Delirante, remember? The criminals? Now they're kind of like, the criminals took LSD, and so they're here, very, very psychedelic. Delirante, il morbo è la cagione, ogni contrarietà e esaltazione. Cagione. Yeah, I feel like it's the mob, okay? The mob of people who they follow. It's like, it's like, especially Don just like, yeah, I think, like these guys, like, yeah, that's right. They believe anything they hear, okay? So, yeah, so she's like, she gets the conversations. She gets their crimes on conversation. Let's see. Is she getting recordings? Does she have the recordings? Okay, personal finances, okay. Oh, the partner or friends, okay. Oh, offer. Oh, could be also bribes and those kinds of things. Okay, so let's see. Okay, what else? Oh, here. Interesting. This is making a decision. Stalemate. Oh, look, disappointment. Theft. That's right. Really? Look, the theft and the criminals together. Then this is bribes, guys. So I would think this is like they have the stolen money as bribes. This is nice. Good for him. Good for him. Good for her. Oh, look. Oh, my God. Theft again. So losses, right? Losses. Those honest losses. There she is, the main woman. So the woman, there she is. Yeah, I am here at the center. No at all. Hope and vision. Oh, guys, it's so interesting. It's kind of sad that, like, oh my God, so interesting. So there's something, there's something about this is the German cards here are called Kipper, right? So it's a different system. The Kipper has something that it's called directional reading. So it's like you have to know where the face is, and you have to see whatever the direction the eyes are looking is the future. So the future is this vision and saving. So I feel like she basically stabs him behind his back as a means to save herself. I think it's pretty obvious, but that's what it is. So the blonde guy, I think he was the treasurer, right? I said before, of the company. And stalemate, okay, or something there's a decision she's making about the losses that's going to create losses for him. And then the conversations, or could be, the people that are close to her, that are loyal to her, right? She's kind of like having to deal with this disappointment. She knows she's going to create a disappointment, but she's there to save herself. And she talks about them, they believe the bullshit. They took the bribes. This is stolen money. And this is the vision, right? So this was the goal, meaning vision is also the goal. But I think the goal here is also to save herself. So Ivanka, trust her at your own, right?
Don Jr. and Eric. Well, I am always special. I am much better than they are. So I could kill them. I mean, I'm not gonna kill anybody. I don't like messy things. So I just say, well, I may want them. Why not? They're kind of annoying, They're kind of annoying.
So okay. Oh, now, okay. Now, guys, the questioner, her husband, Gerda. Is she going to betray Gerda? Is Honk going to betray Gerda? Okay. Let's see here. Oh no, Malato, right? Oh my God, guys, look, there he's sick. What does it say? La malato. Se malato non reagisce al male, I conti dovrà fare con il morale. Wow. If you're sick, you're not going to react to the harm. Conti dovrà fare con morale. And then you have, wow, guys, you have to account. It's like you have to get the bill with your morals. Does it make sense? So if you're sick, non agisce male, I conti dovrà fare con morale. Yeah, so you can't do anything. You're in this position where you can't react. So all you can do is to think about the harm you created, okay? Oh, he's sick. Omaggio di preziosi. Ricevere tanti omaggi di preziosi o almeno assai pochi consiglieri generosi. Oh my God, guys, this is too perfect. Can you believe it? Look. This is the omaggio. So homage, right? So this is almost like the altar to all the jewels, right? It says here, let's see, I can read from, it's too complicated to read from. So receiving so many gifts, okay? The homage to materials, to beauty, right? Anyway, the jewels is worth less than the bad advice you get. Can you believe it? So you get all this money, but it comes with all kinds of bad advice. So yeah, it's basically saying you think this money is worth a lot. It's not, because along the money comes a lot of bad, you get a lot of bad advice. Gran Signore, so mostrasse, Gran Signore, baldanzoso, buon protettore di cui generoso. So this is the generous protector. He's very rich. So basically, Gerda is sick. He's dealing with his moral problems, right? Because he received all this money from very wealthy people. Oh, look at this guy. Looks like MBS. Look at him. Look at him. Aí do you live Saudi Arabia? Aí is it you? Is it you, MBS? I like your jacket. It looks Spanish. So, you know what I mean? So this is interesting, right? So he's sick because he took all this money. Alongside, he had to do some stupid things from the actually rich person. So that's why he's in bed today. He's thinking. Oh, no. Oh, love. Is this love? Oh, the White House. No, or the family. Oh, there he is. There's Gerda. Gerda loves is happy with the White House, Gerda. So he did this as a means to get the White House. Yeah, good for him. Oh no, guys. Oh my God, guys. You know what's kind of creepy about this card? Remember how I thought he was going to die? Remember how I saw the vision that he was going to go to lethal injection? So it's kind of, it looks creepy because he's going to be hanged, I don't think hangman is never literal, but it's actually the same card. It's a sick person who you're stuck in a situation that you can't do anything about it. So twice, it's kind of creepy, don't you think? I think it's a little creepy, but yeah, this is the harvest of the money. He's all, Jared was all about, taking the money. Take the money? You got money for me? Thanks. So he's compromised, right? He's hanged here. He's compromised because of the money he took. Again, these two cards. Shady money. Shady money. Oh wow, the shady people behind the scenes. So he's totally compromised because all the shady people behind the scenes. Shady people behind the scenes. Yeah, this is unexpected money. So this money card is connected to business deals, right? So he has compromising business deals. There's a change. Yeah, there's a change. Really? Yeah, there's a change for him. Oh no, again, guys. Oh my God, he has sick. He's very sick. He's in bed. He can't do anything about it. So I think she admit, if you think about it, guys, Jared and her are the same person legally speaking, right? If they're married. So she's just saying that, yeah, we took the money, we have this compromising. But why? Okay, why? Like, does she have I mean, they're barely human. We know it's hard to comprehend. It's like, how does she feel about throwing Jared to the wolves? How does she feel about, I understand this is, the situation. We know that. How does she feel about it is my question. Fedeltà. So loyalty, really. Chi come cane o querce. Wow. Yeah, it's interesting. So if you're loyal, you're going to receive okay, so yeah, she talks. This is talks. How does she feel? She's loyal, talks. Message. Okay, so there's a message about what? Okay, so yeah, private, something private. So how does she feel? She's loyal. But how does she live? Does he know? Okay, does Jared know that she's talking? Because here there's no unhappiness. It seems that almost as though they have a deal together. Okay, because here she's loyal. That means she's probably loyal to him. There's maybe a loyal to talk and show messages that are private. So is she happy to be ratting out Jared? I don't understand. Lettera, right? This is the documents. Okay, here. La lettera che attende già partita sarà notizia triste o pur gradita. So the letter that you expect and has already left, will the news be happy or thankful? So there's some sort of indictment or news, or it could be document. Okay. And then what else here? Let's see. Yeah, deal. Okay, there's a deal. Faction, competition, disagreement. Something becomes known. Okay, so this is like, I'm just gonna close my eyes, open. Okay, so does he know what's happened? Okay, so guys, it's kind of strange is that I don't know that he is able to cry, but that's why I see Jared kind of crying, like that. Like he's kind of sad, little tears coming, and then they're crying together. And he's like, I'm not going to survive this. I've done a lot. They have the information, but we should have some sort of deal here, because it shows also that the Mueller's office is saying, not saying to them, I guess to us, that usually, in all cases, when you have a very big person, if he's married to they very rarely go after the wife, even if she, especially, you see, and out of all of the criminal families we've seen, wives rarely do as much as their husband, except in the case of Ivanka. But even then, they're like, we don't want to necessarily destroy. I mean, obviously want to destroy him, but not for that, not just for cruelty reasons. Okay. So it's just like, you know what I mean? It's kind of interesting here. It just says that that they made a deal with each other, basically, okay, that she was gonna say everything just because she's not gonna go to jail, okay? You know what I mean? So that's what it suggests here, okay? So because it's also here, guys, these cards here on this side suggest that something is gonna become public. Okay, let me just put this over here. So they know that stuff is gonna come out. This is something private becoming public, right? Private communication becomes public. So once it does, all hell, you know, that's okay. Just one more here, just to see. Pensiero, frutto pensiero, originalità, di nuovo costruzione, genialità. So they're thinking. This is a strategy. I think I describe this card as strategy. So it's a person making a decision. What is the strategy here? So loyalty, letter, and strategy, right? So this is it. Okay, now. Oh, snake. Really? Oh, so the strategy is to be the snake. You know what I mean? It's sort of like to cheat, not cheat. How do you say it? Because they cheat every day, but you know what I mean? They're kind of like, we're gonna betray. So talk, deal, to betray. Isn't that interesting? So they basically sign some sort of contract to betray, right? And then we have here the message. There's a good news message. Factions. Okay, there's going to be it's like infighting, basically. And the star or hope. So they feel that this is, considering how bad everything looks for them, that this is the way out. Not way out. They can't. There's no way out. But it would ameliorate this. Okay, sudden news. Oh no, yeah. So you know what I mean. So something becomes public. It's gonna be sad news, but there's a little bit of hope there. Okay. So this is, but guys, keep in mind that this is, I think there is more. I don't think I know people are like, oh, she's gonna walk out. No, she's not gonna walk out so easily, but it's just the situations are gonna be not as bad as it could be for her. You know, guys, let's just go real. They could both get death penalty. Okay, seriously. Okay, so today got so interesting, right? Very interesting for my house. Very interesting. Yeah. Isn't that cool? So summary, guys. Basically, Mueller. It all started with the BuzzFeed question: is Mueller? Why did Mueller say deny? Okay, the whole thing. Okay, because he does not want the news that Ivanka is collaborating with him, and she's gonna talk. She's gonna rat out the brothers, and she's made a deal with Jared to just say she doesn't have much of a choice, but at least she may not go to jail, at least for as long as Jared. So this is it. So this is it, guys. Good night. Very interesting today. I thought it was very varied today. I feel better because, guys, that reading of the girl, the Russian girl, was devastating. You know what I mean? I was like, wow. It was like I had watched the saddest movie of all time. So now I feel, don't feel as much. Oh, that's right. That's right. The crystals in the phone. I have to remember that. Wow. So anyway, guys. So I'm sure that as always, but I feel good. I feel good, guys. Today was a kind of uplifting. Okay. I mean, sometimes the others can be, interesting. Yeah. What did it say? I like venture capital, that woman. Yeah. So what did it say about her? Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, guys. Very interesting. So yeah. Okay, guys. Good night, guys. Please don't feel. I'm just kind of finishing up here. Wow. So. Wow, no conclusion. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's what I think, guys. I think she's talking. Okay. So anyway. So good night, guys. See you later, alligators. All right. Good night, guys. So okay. See you later. So see you probably tomorrow. Okay, we'll see how to. I feel like there's always so much news and everything, guys. Okay, all right. Good night. Okay.